This punctuation lesson is all about the question mark. So the question mark replaces a full stop at the end of a question, unless of course the last word in the sentence is itself an abbreviation. And we use question mark with tag questions, but we don't use them with indirect questions. And we can combine question marks with other exclamation and question marks in informal writing. And we need to be careful when we format titles that contain question marks. So question marks replace a full stop at the end of an interrogative sentence, unless the last word is an abbreviation. So the question would be, when is your holiday this year? And the last symbol you can see is the question mark, and that replaces the full stop. Or we can say, what would you like to eat this evening? A similar principle applies. If we were to say something like, do you really know Robert Downey Jr.? We end the sentence with a question mark because it's a question, but because the last word in the sentence, JR dot being the abbreviation for junior, we have the dot and the question mark together. Or another example, is my operation really scheduled for 4 a.m.? So the AM is an abbreviation, A dot M dot, and the question mark. Now there is a separate lesson on tag questions, so please refer to that lesson for more details on this topic. But just for an overview, here's a statement, this is not a tag question, so we have a full stop. This is a tag question, isn't it? And this is an example of a tag question, so it has the question mark at the end. But again, please see the tag questions lesson for more information and details on this. So indirect questions don't have a question mark at the end. So the question would be, what would you like to eat this evening? But phrased as an indirect question, I was wondering what you would like to eat this evening. No question mark. Or another example, as a question, what do you think the next Game of Thrones series will be like? Or as an indirect question, I'm curious what the next Game of Thrones series will be like. And you'll notice on both examples, the intonation also doesn't go up at the end, indicating again that it's not really a question, but an indirect question. We can combine question marks with other question marks and exclamation marks. But please only do this in informal writing. Please don't do this on your letter for the job application. Believe me, you won't get the job if you do this. Are you talking to me? So we've used a row of exclamation marks rather than just sort of asking the question, are you talking to me? It's really saying like, are you talking to me? Yeah, it's really sort of like emphasizing like, you know, who do you think you are talking to me? Or with exclamation marks, she said what? And you're showing with this row of exclamation marks and questions that not only are you questioning what she said, but you're really either surprised or offended by what she said. Or, oh my God, who does he think he is? And again, the question mark and exclamation marks at the end kind of really show a sort of a surprise and anger about the behavior of this certain person. So when we're formatting titles that contain question marks, we have to be careful with how we do it. So when we're writing about, say, films or books, we often show the titles of the film or book in italics. But if the name of the book or film includes a question mark, then the question mark also gets italicized. But if the name doesn't include a question mark, then the question mark is not italicized, and we'll see some examples. So if we take the film Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that film title has a question mark in the title. So how many times have you seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit this year? And we can see Who Framed Roger Rabbit question mark, and the question mark is italicized. Well, again, we take Groundhog Day. Did you enjoy watching Groundhog Day? Now, the film Groundhog Day doesn't have a question mark in the title, and I hope you can see that the question mark is not italicized. It's back to normal.